afternoon to everyone. Welcome along to our slightly delayed coverage of today's 5th T20 interprovincial match here at this festival at Pembroke Cricket Club. Obviously we were due to start here at 10:45 this morning, but a little bit of inclement weather has delayed the start, but delighted to be able to say that we have got some cricket. We'll be short and sweet today. This is now down to a 5-over game per side, and it will be a little bit harum-scarum here, but at least we have cricket. As I have done over these past 2 days, delighted to have Craig Senior beside me here. So we're looking forward to a bit of chaos here, Craig.
Fireworks galore, I think, today. It will be, well, with only 5 overs, 30 balls. They'll be looking to go from the start and go heavy.
Yeah, just to give you the regs quickly, there are only 3 bowlers required. You can bowl 2 overs and 1 over out of the 5, and a 2-over power play. So it's Graham Hume to come in here, and there we go. That's what we're going to be watching, I think.
Plenty of swinging bats today.
Well, T20 cricket itself is pretty harum-scarum, but I think this could be something else, and really difficult to, because we don't play this type of game very often. You know, it's going to be very, very difficult to know what a good score is, really, and that's probably why Andrew McBride at the toss decided to bowl first. So it's human, it's PJ Moore who's striking. There's the first connection of the day. It's in the air. I don't think it's going to make the boundary. Very close. Brought back in. Good piece of fielding. And that could be very important in this. Stopping each run will be very important.
Yes, you're absolutely right there, Ali. Every single run, every single ball is going to be vital here. There's only 30 balls in the innings. So you need basically bat on ball most of the time. And Graham Hume, as the bowler, is going to realise that the batsman's going from the start, and that will provide its own opportunities for him.
Yeah, and just on that point, Craig, I'm just looking here that immediately they had a man out at deep point. He's now come into the offside, and they've sent out the deep mid wicket, which is where those first 2 shots have been aimed. Back in the crease for Moore. Again, a play and a miss. 2 dot balls. Crucial.
Well, when you think about it, 2 dot balls you've just seen, that's 5% of the innings.
Yeah, we're going to talk about a lot of these things in this next 20 to 25 minutes. Again, just difficult for everybody to understand this type of game, 5 over.
Not an easy job for the bowlers here either. And Hume doing a good job so far.
Well, that's a strange shot. He's tried to hit that on the leg side. He's got a leading edge. And it's going to carry all the way over point. And they'll come back for 2.
Very strange shot, but again, it's the nature of this game now. You need to get something on it, and he did on this occasion. Leading edge managed to carry over the fielders on the ring. They picked up another 2. You know, I think you're going to, if you're going to get a big score here, you're going to have to ride your luck, as they say. You're going to be going for almost everything.
Graham Hume again. And again, he beats the attempted pull from PJ Moore. And these are really like gold dust here, these dot balls, because in a 50-over game, you would sort of count the dot balls. Probably in a normal T20 game, you would count singles as being good. In this game, anything that's not a boundary really off every ball is a result for the bowler, I would think.
I think you're absolutely right. Even the 2s or even a run 3 at this stage, I think the bowlers won't be too upset as long as they're not conceding boundaries.
And that ends a terrific over from Graham Hume. That could be crucial at the end of this game. He might look back on that one. He's only conceded 4 runs from that first over, which is in the power play. A reminder that only 2 overs of a power play. And to go for just 4, just to give you a bit of an idea, I would sort of suggest anything less than 10 and over is a real result in this type of game.
Yeah, I mean, the equivalent sort of thing is that you're hitting every other ball for 4, and that's certainly what the batsmen are going to be looking to do. So they're going to be looking for double figures here. I mean, it is only 5 overs, but they certainly expect to be in excess of 50 come the end of it.
Certainly.
Well, Tyrone Kane will get to face his first delivery now. It must be tricky when you're out there and you know just so few balls to be bowled.
Yeah, and even more so for Tyrone Kane, who has just come in today. The one change for the Munster Reds. So thrown in at the deep end here, Tyrone Kane, a real experienced cricketer in the provincial cricket. Here he comes, he's going to face up to Craig Young. Immediately, look at that for his first shot. That's crazy. And it lands literally a yard in front of me. And that is just a modern day cricket. Craig, unbelievable. First ball he's faced.
First game
he's played, first ball he's faced in this festival, and he deposits it straight over fine leg for 6. Much more sedate into the offside than just the one.
Again, what I did like there from Kane was how he waited for the ball, let it come onto him, and then played it away, realised that it wasn't there for the big shot. Just played it away, made sure they got a single at least. 7 off the over so far, and this is far more like it.
Yeah, we'll just reiterate there on your screen. It does still say the overs remaining 18.4, but obviously that was the original graphic on the game. It is a 5 over game, so just 3.4. It'll go quickly. Not sent out again. Done the same thing in this over.
Well, I think that's very sensible. I think when batsmen are losing their shape and just going after the ball, cow corner, very popular area of the ground.
Probably a 3rd or 4th attempt at that from PJ Moore. 4 from 7. And the skipper really won't want to be chewing up any more deliveries.
Well, he's looking to hit those in front of square, and it may be just a deft touch. Get it through the ring.
Yeah, looking at the field. Short third man, fine leg. There it is again.
And that's exactly the shot he tried to play that time. He tried to just leave the bat there, let the ball run onto the bat and play it over third man.
A little close though. I think it was nipping back into him. And conversely, that may have been the pull shot because it was a little tighter into him. He could have got the arms out extended there. But again, good field placing in a way here because they've got 2 out on that leg side. See that PJ Moore's definitely trying to play that pull shot, but again, a change in the field. He decided to bring up the man at Kai corner and send out the deep point. He's got that. Has he got enough on it? It's just going to get over. Shane Gekit there, and they're going to get 2. But again, you have to say the Warriors will take that.
Very much so. Good work by Getgate, putting it up in front of the fence. Another 2 runs saved.
Just struggling for time in here. PJ Moore, difficult for batters in particular here. Bowlers, still the same for them. But just difficult to come out and he's got the hold of that one, I think, as the man coming back. It's just over his head. Yeah, he's got that one. And finally, he manages the middle one. Fielder just took a step back thinking he was in with a shout, but straight over the top on a good 3 or 4 metres. So the first one that PJ Moore has really got hold of. A couple of 6s in that over.
Well, it has taken him a few dot balls of swinging across the line on this occasion. It was in his arc and it disappeared over the railway side boundary. Second boundary is the over, and that was a good over for the Munster Reds.
Yeah, much more in keeping with what we're sort of expecting here. It's going to be Ryan Macbeth. A reminder that it's not, the regulations now are that it's not the normal, divide the number of overs by 5, which would be just 1 over for each bowler. Northwest Warriors can bowl a bowler for 2 overs, 2 of them in fact, and then 1 single, so 3 bowlers only will be needed. Here's Ryan Macbeth. That'll be a wide.
And that's something both sides will want to keep an eye on in such a short form of the game. Any wides, extra deliveries, no balls, they've got to be ruled out here.
Yeah. Well, when you think about it, only 30 deliveries in the game, so the percentage of extra balls then becomes a lot more if you're bowling more and more. That's in the air, and it's going to be safe. It's going to land between 3 fielders, but once again, keep repeating ourselves, that will be fine for the Warriors. We'll take 1.
Well, Tyrone Kane couldn't have placed that any more equally between those 3 fielders, but again, the Warriors will be happy enough that only 1 came off it.
Brings PJ Moore back on strike. Out of the power play now. It's going to come down. Get Kate going under it. And he takes the catch. Clean catch. Shane Get Kate settles under it. Takes it comfortably. Wicket for Ryan Macbeth. PJ Moore's innings comes to an end. He's gone for 12. Just the 1-6 there.
Never really got going.
No.
I mean, it's very hard when you have to come out and immediately start hitting 6s, and he did manage one very early on, but too many dot balls.
Definitely too many dot balls in the first couple of overs there from the skipper. And just as you say, as I said earlier, it's kind of the same for bowlers there. Yeah, yes, they got to change their lengths a little bit and maybe bowl depth straight away, but it's the same sort of deal for them, whereas the batters are going, you're now playing in the 19th over almost exclusively. It's going every ball.
12 off 10 isn't really the strike rate that the Munster Reds are looking for. And this one sliced away quite deliberately.
Man's in the ring, so it's going to go for a boundary first ball. Interesting to see the lineup as well, but who comes out to bat here in this situation? You see it's Curtis Camphor who's come out there. Steps across the off. There's a man out there, of course, we're out of the power play now, it's only 2 overs.
Kane helped with a huge amount of ground to cover, but on this occasion, Camphor found him exactly where he's fielding.
Like everything's different. The concept for the skipper here as well, where to have those fielders. Tyrone Kane stayed still on that one, didn't move too far to the offside, stayed much stiller, was in the slot. He does the business. Tyrone Kane showing what the Reds have missed these last 2 days. Just a real experienced cricketer, as I say, and a real good one at that.
Such a good clean hitter of the ball as well. No surprise that they brought him into the side as an opener, especially in such a short version of the game.
Well bowled, Ryan Macbeth. Well bowled. Just dropped that one into the pitch.
Now, you'd have thought after all the football we've seen in the warm-ups, his attempt at the run-out may have been a bit more accurate than that.
Well, actually, having watched all of the football over the past 2-3 days, it's no surprise that he missed it. I think cricketers are fairly renowned of their lack of ability in the football. So yeah, let's have a look. 3 overs gone again. It's 3 days in a row, I think. We're 33 off 3. 33 for 1 on this occasion. Keep reminding you, delayed game here. It's a 5 over game for these sides, and you know, that's it. Let's get it out there. It could have been quite easy for the two sides to say no. You know, it's looking a bit dodgy out there, and conditions aren't conducive to cricket. But they want to get a win. These two, they've been beaten quite well in the first 2 days by the Knights and the Lightning. So getting points on the board, really important as this festival closes up for them. Yeah, moving about a little bit too much there. Time on Kane. Yes, we want to get the bowler off his stride. Yeah, again, sorry Craig, before you were going to come in there, just to remind people that Craig Young can bowl 2 overs. 2 bowlers can bowl 2 overs, and then a single over left, so it's not 5 1 over bursts here. He's got something on that, but good fielding.
It's almost like he set up for the single before he even hit the ball.
Yeah, he was halfway down there, yep.
Coming down the track to the bowler. On this occasion, finding the fielder on the ring. But both of these batsmen can be quite destructive. And the Munster Reds will be hoping that that is the case.
Yeah, but not long to go now. Just the 10 balls left. 34 for 1. That's the uppercut that we were talking about. PJ Moore possibly playing. He's going to go for 4. Camphor gets hold of it. It's a boundary.
That's a clever, intelligent shot. Not trying to overhit it, using the pace of Young. He knows that there are only a few people outside the circle at this stage. The power play is over. Field spread on the leg side, but on that offside, lifting it over the ring, ran away for another boundary, and the score just racing along now. 3.5 overs gone, and just 1.5 remaining. I certainly suspect this will be our shortest game of the season.
Balls from Craig Young.
Camphor really opening up his stride. He was looking to swing big on that one.
He was looking leg side there.
And then afterwards he plays the straighter shot.
I think already we can say that the dot balls here are going to cost the Reds from getting a big total here. Lots and lots of dot balls we've seen. Work to do in the field. Can't get there. Camphor gets enough on it. Another boundary. Second in the over.
It's almost at the stage of super over, isn't it? I mean, that was the next one, was from 5 overs aside down to a super over.
Well, I think with 10 wickets in hand, I mean, it's interesting that you never cut the wickets available down. And you go down to a 5 over game. You do in a super over, of course, it's only 2. But with 10 wickets in hand in a 5 over game, it really just tells you to go out and if you lose your wicket, it doesn't matter. The cost of the price of a wicket is almost meaningless. Apart from the fact that it's a dot ball, really, usually. That's edged. No chance there. Don't really think Andy McBrien's going to have a slip in.
No. 3 sips in the gully, I think, are going to be missing today. But you could see Ryan Macbeth there. He was fielding a bit wide, and that went between him and the keeper, and the shoulders just sagged as it's never going to get to that one. And it was just heading in the right place. Another boundary, another score, and after 4 overs, 46 for 1. And I don't think they'll be too upset on the red side. An over to go, and we did say over 50 was the minimum they were going to be looking for.
Yeah, that's a minimum for me. And in fact, in a 5 over game, I'm probably looking 65 maybe. 13. When you're thinking these days, what team scored? I think yesterday the Knights got 99 in their last 5 or so.
Yep, last 6 overs brought 99, but the last 3 overs brought 76.
Yeah, so,
you can score big.
I'm just thinking that it's 1 hit, and as I say, the fear of getting out is not there. So 1 hit and over gets you, 6 and over for 1 hit, and then you're looking singles to get 11 and over. So, 65 for me here. Would be a power score maybe. It's going to be difficult. That's going to be a big shout and gone. Well bowled from Graham Hume in this situation. Tyrone Kane looking to go down the ground again. Very full ball. Not very far to go from impact to the stumps. Always makes it easier for the umpires. And Rolly Black goes in the affirmative. Tyrone Kane. I think the highlight of that innings was that first ball that he'd faced. He hit it straight over his head with that scoop for 6. He goes for 16 off 8. Strike rate of 200, which
would be
bad.
60 off your 5 overs, which is what we're sort of saying.
Yep.
But the most important thing, as much as taking the wicket, is, as you said earlier, it's a dot ball.
It's a dot ball. Very interesting look at the new batter, Gareth Delaney. And he's not playing any forward defensives there. And really a golf swing. He's having a bit of a golf swing there. Just trying to get the arms ready and gives you a fair indication of what's going to happen in these next 5 balls. He showed his prowess on Thursday. Clean a hitter. He is.
Just with the shortness of this game, if, let's say, there were no more runs scored in this over, 46 would be considered well below par. But 56 would be considered above. So important work for Delaney here.
Here's Hume. He's hit that way up in the air. The man on the boundary is looking at it, testing him, and it's just over his head. I'm not sure whether he really got the flight of that ball. I was really worried about the boundary rope. Looking down to the boundary rope a few times.
Certainly the fielder was interested for a good long while there before he realised that it was going to land over the rope.
I don't think it was miles over the rope though, and
no,
you know, just maybe a little bit of a taller man there. She can get Gates down in front of us here. If he had been out there, possibly maybe even could have parried that one back in. Either way, here we go. Beautifully bowled again. You can hear the fielders really appreciative of that delivery from Graham Hume. Another one right up in the block hole.
It's good bowling by Hume in his 2 overs.
Yeah, he's done the job for his skipper. Just a 10 from his 9 balls.
It's pretty much ideal, isn't it?
It's fantastic, really, in this situation. I might be speaking too early. He's still got 3 left.
3 left in the innings.
It's good again. 1 for 2. Scott Macbeth with the throw. And decided against it.
Wise decision.
Yeah, I think so.
Never a second there.
Pretty athletic. Scott Macbeth. Quick across the ground there. Going to get brought up into orthodox. Mid on here for comfort. Bit of a chat from the experienced Ireland teammates here, McBrien and Hume. They'll know exactly what the strengths of Curtis Comfort are. Mind you, can pretty much play all around the ground, but just looking to see what they're going to try and bowl here.
You get the feeling the 2 areas Camphor is targeting, third man and cow corner, opposite sides of the ground.
He's gone over the top of the offside. Should be stopped. Is it? 2 or 3 goes down there. I think he's got it okay. Gets a round of applause from his bowler. Safe to say it was about 2 or 3 efforts down there, but he did the job.
And now, in the blink of an eye, we've reached the last ball of this innings.
If all cricket was like this, Craig.
Well, you certainly would fit a lot more games into a day.
You certainly would. Wouldn't be great though. Not very many playing the game. We had 4 batters and
3 bowlers and a keeper. That's all you need.
Here we go then. That's beautifully bowled, you have to say. This time, going to go for 2, surely. Into Hume, that's going to be out. Run out by a country mile. No need for any cameras there. That's an easy run out, an easy decision for Rolly Black. It'll just be one more to the total. And the Reds going to finish 7 for 2. 3 that'll be, excuse me, with that run out. Curtis Comfort out for 20. And as I say, 57 for 2. And the players head off in different directions to their dressing rooms. And it will be a quick turnaround here. As we mentioned, Craig, Hiram Scarum.
Very much so. Fireworks. 57 runs from those 5 overs. Just over the 11 and over. And you can see there from the batting card, every batsman getting going. Camphor 20 from 7. Delaney 8 from 4. Kane did a fine job. Came in, hit his first ball for 6 over the keeper's head. And PJ Moore was the one that never really seemed to get going. But it's still an imposing total. You still have to chase them down. You need 12 and over. It's basically the equivalent of hitting every second ball for a boundary. Well, again, harem scarum stuff. 21 from 14 balls, 25 from 11 deliveries, and that final partnership, very quick one, just the 5 deliveries and 11.
Take a look at the Warriors. As we mentioned, only needed to use 3 bowlers in this game. Craig Young was expensive, a little bit unlucky possibly, but expensive again. 28 coming from his. Ram Macbeth picked up a wicket on his over for 14, but I think the plaudits definitely go there to Graham Hume bowled. Up front, the first and the fifth, first and last, 2 overs, 1 for 15, and at the minute, that will be a game changer. So if we're looking at the match summary, again a reminder, down to a 5-over game here in this IP20 game. The Warriors inserted the Munster Reds, and in those 5 overs, the Reds have mustered 57 for 3. So there will be a quick turnaround here, and the Warriors will come out in a few moments here to chase down 58. As soon as the players are on their way out, we'll be back to bring you coverage of that second innings. quick turnaround, Craig. We're back out there already. The Reds team on their way. The Warriors batters are right there. And sorry to repeat myself here, but it's a delayed game here in this provincial T20 game 5. 5-over game between the winless Reds and the winless Warriors. And the Reds, who were inserted into bat, 57 for 3 from their 5 overs. So naturally then the Warriors chasing 58, as you mentioned, Craig, just under 12 and over. Difficult to understand, to know whether that's a good score. It'll all come out in the wash, as they say. It's going to be Jared Wilson who's going to face up. Curtis Camphor's going to take the first over. Here we go.
Well, no real surprise that the Warriors have gone with Wilson. He's had a couple of good, decent scores getting himself in. And we know he's capable of that pinch-hitting role. And that's basically what every batsman coming in now is a pinch hitter.
Yep. But very similar start to when the Reds were batting. On that occasion it was PJ Moore trying to play that pulled shot. Swinging a miss. And get 2 men out on that leg side boundary. So I think of his options here. And that's an option that he certainly didn't want. Mistimed. Straight back to the bowler, and Curtis Camphor makes no mistake. And the second ball of the innings, and it's 0 for 1.
Munster on top.
Yeah, yeah.
My goodness, the who's on top is going to swing left and right here, up and down. Well, Wilson, he had 39 in a pinch hitting role yesterday, but that was in a 20-over game when he could really go for it. New batsman coming in now, Scott Macbeth, another guy who's done pretty well this week, 58 runs in his 2 games. And now he's coming out to the middle with his side 1 down already. Just 2 balls delivered. Well, that was another one put into the pitch, and Wilson tried to hit it back over the bowler's head, clothed it straight to the bowler, and Curtis Camphor very gratefully accepted the catch.
Again into the pitch. Bit of hustle there from Macbeth, but that's only going to run off the pad to the edge of the circle. Josh Manley comes round and is able to field. So again, very similar to the start that the Reds had. Not much coming here. The wicket is also a dot ball, so 2 dots on a leg by. Only 4 came from the first over of Graham Hume. Can Curtis Camphor keep it below that? And he comes first ball to Stephen Doherty. It's nicked, but on this occasion it's going to be stopped by John McNally, who's short. And there's going to be the slight differences because there was a nick in the Reds innings and it went straight past the fielder. Couldn't do anything about it, went for 4. That one goes straight to the hands of McNally. He does the job. It's just a single.
Difference between the 2 shots, I suppose, is this one was actually more of the bat on it. Steered it a little bit wider, and that brought in McNally's arc, and he saved the runs.
Oh, it's got to be left, and it's going to die, and that's just a nightmare for the Reds. Just a nightmare. He tried to bowl a little bit of a slower ball there, I think. Lost the shape, and the ball died because of the lack of pace. Very difficult for PJ Moore to get anything on that. And it goes for those dreaded extras.
Well, they could end up being the difference in such a tight, such a short game. You really can't afford for that to happen. 5 runs given, and another ball to be delivered.
No timing again. Straight back to Camphor. It's been a terrific over apart from that one. Just lapsed down the leg side.
Just tried too much.
A little bit. A little bit.
Out of the back of the hand, and that caused it just to go down the leg side. Moore couldn't save it in the 5 wides.
Take that out and it'd be 2 for 1. That's going to be a wide as well. It's well over the top of Scott Macbeth's head, but just looking ahead a little bit, Craig. Good bit of pace there from Curtis Camphor. Not messing about here, getting it through.
Well, that's the one thing about a 5-over game. Everything is so intense. Every ball matters.
He's taking a little bit of pace off that, and he gets away with it. Oh, he doesn't. I just couldn't see the umpire from behind.
I think
Stephen
he's called
Donnelly.
no ball. They're examining the front line there, suggesting
This could be a huge moment. Well, I think it is a wide. I think it is a
must have
wide.
been a wide, so
Yeah, because there's no signal on the free hit. Just took a long time to actually make that decision. He comes in for it. Should be the last ball. Beth gets something on it, but again, not timed. It should just be one. Ben White comes in, does the fielding. First over completed. 10 for 1.
well, on one side you'd be saying that that was a fabulous over from Camphor, but
Yep.
it's just those 5 wides made such a difference. Well, in fact, 6 wides, bowled another one.
Yeah.
7 of those 10 coming in wides.
Still behind the run rate, we would say.
12 and over required, 48 to win. Just 24 balls remaining.
So, I mean, if you really look at that, we're sort of, there's only 2 scoring shots in that first over. You know, if they do, that's why we're saying that, you know, talking about 12 and over here. Wow, 12 and over, but in a 5-over game, 12 and over, a couple of scoring shots, then you're up with the rate. Josh Manley is going to bowl the second over of the power play, and we were discussing just in the very quick break about who the Reds might turn to. We've got a couple of bowlers, obviously, that would bowl normally up top, Manley and McCarthy. And what do we do with Ben White? You know, he's your
wicket taker.
international bowler. Anyway, we'll see. Here comes Manley. Driven down. McNally gets there. Does well. Keeps it this single. Win for the Reds.
Manley going for the run out there. And again, anything that's not a boundary to be considered a victory for the bowling side. Well, one thing we know pretty much for certain, they're not going to get bowled out.
I would hope not. Nicely bowled from Josh Manley. Nicely bowled, but that might not seem much. But rather than a dot ball, better to get one.
Yeah, even the very good balls now, you need to be scoring off. Manley's had a tough week here in Sydney Parade. 1 for 66 from 4 overs against the Knights. And against the Knights, the Lightning, 2 for 24 off 8. Well, perhaps this shorter form of the game will find him in better form. Just 2 singles so far from this over.
Goes for that. And he's got it in the air. Can the fielder get back?
That
Absolutely can. Terrific catch.
That is an amazing catch. He didn't seem to be in the right position for it at any stage, but he kept his eye on it, made the dive, and comes up with it. Kruger it is. And that really is a fabulous catch. And 2 wickets down. But most importantly, another dot ball.
Yeah, that could make a big, big difference. Just catching. Catching's been good this week.
2 from 5.
2 from 5 for Scott Macbeth. And it's been really good, the catching this week, to be fair, generally. But that's that one on Barry McCarthy's yesterday, possibly the best of the bunch. Just good feet from Kruger. Managed to backpedal quickly.
Kept his eye on the ball.
Yeah, that's quite important now that he didn't have to turn.
Yeah.
So as soon as you turn your back on the ball, then you've got to look over your shoulder. Makes it just much more difficult. He was able to initially backpedal, and then as the ball came back over his head, he was able to take the catch. So second wicket falls for the Warriors.
Shane Getgate coming in at number 4.
Yeah, we talked about Shane Getgate yesterday. Not many players can hit it cleanly as Shane. He's been out of nick though. I'm sure you would admit that. Come to the party today. That's well hit. It's going to be no run though. Straight to the fielder. Yeah, he's been out of form, Shane, past 2 days, but just maybe today will suit him.
The freedom of a 5-over game may be exactly what he needs. You know that it doesn't matter if your wicket falls. It gives you a certain amount of freedom as a batsman, knowing there's plenty of batting to come. 8 wickets in hand and just 3.2 overs to go. Just another single. Munster will be quite happy with that.
Oh, they'll be delighted. Absolutely delighted. We're now up to, well, we say 1 ball here, 45 from 19 balls. So run rate really increasing now. We started at just about 12. Well above that now. Again, tweaking with the field.
Gareth Delaney it is heading out towards Cyril's way at mid-wicket. One in front of square, looking for those big hits. Manley in.
Yeah, he looked towards the offside there. I could see a man up that offside. All the field had come in on the offside, so all the space was there. Manley followed him. Thought he couldn't make contact, and certainly the first few rounds have gone to the Reds. And we mentioned about Woody be involved. There's your answer. Premier spinner on this side. Not often do you see a spinner bowling in a 5-over game, but such is his ability. Ben White has been given the ball for this 3rd over.
I think the work done previously by Manley and Camphor has allowed PJ Moore to give Ben White an over here. If he comes off and perhaps picks up a couple of wickets in these 6 balls, it will look inspired. But even if they get after him, I think the Reds will survive that.
Good length, not bowled. And we also sort of talked the last 2 days that both the Lightning and the Warriors, Lightning and the Knights, didn't really have to chase Ben White. They were able to just milk him around. He didn't go for many. He didn't take wickets until his last ball of his 2nd game, so Doheny and Getkin are going to have to get after him here. There we go. Doheny can't make contact again. He's now 2 from 4. Getkin 2 from 3. Strike rate's not going to get the Warriors home.
As you can see, 3 fielders on the offside here.
Down the track for Doheny. He hasn't made good contact though. It's dropped. Coming in there.
That's a life.
Didn't quite get there. You can see the intensity there in the catch because they know it's just only going to be 1.
The shot aimed out to the leg side.
Once he got there though, should have taken the catch. Here we go again. It's well bowled. Well bowled from Ben White. 1 dot, 1 dot. And these 2 balls are going to have to disappear for me now. It's quality stuff, this from Ben White, bowling to his field. I mean, always say that spinners shouldn't be bowling in the last 5 overs of a T20 game. It's the first 5 overs in this game, but he's showing a quality spinner. still operate. Sliced over the offside. But still, you'd have to say, job done by Ben White. Has it gone for 6?
It has.
Wow.
It was a well-lifted shot and just cleared the rope. You can see it there, just bouncing a couple of feet over the rope. Super shot.
Well, I didn't think Dohney had got anywhere near enough on that to take it all the way.
So, now we're entering very interesting territory. 36 required from 2 overs.
Yeah, on the 2s at the minute, 22 for 2 from 3. And as I say, even without that 60 has quality over from Ben White.
Well, just 9 coming from it, even including that 6, but no extras. And as a result, the required rate now 18 and over, and 3 a ball.
I just thought he bowled a good length. You know, he bowled a good length and wasn't letting anybody come down the track to him at a good pace. So anyway, Josh Manley's going to come on for his second. It's in the pitch. Hasn't been timed. It may take 2. It's Gareth Delaney's arm though. Go against it.
He's out there for a reason.
Absolutely.
That was it. Definitely saved a run there. And again, this total just getting further and further away for the Warriors. They really do need to find the ropes.
Just the power hitting here for the Warriors. We'd sort of have to have a discussion about who was coming in, and we discussed if it was the Knights or the Lightning, it would be a pretty easy decision. But for the Warriors, just have that power hitter.
Expecting this one to be put into the pitch. He's sent the man at fine leg all the way down to the boundary in front of the changing rooms. Gareth Delaney at mid-wicket and another fielder, Kruger, between the two of them.
That's a lovely shot though. He picked that up. That's not the power hitting, that's just the timing. Dohney keeping his team in this at the moment.
Well, we needed that. And this is what I meant about how the swings and roundabouts of this game will change all the time. Just one delivery in a 6. If that had been a dot ball, you'd have said the Warriors were very much digging the hole. On this occasion, a beautiful 6 into the clubhouse.
Better length ball into your field. Just a single. Yeah, possibly the Warriors would have loved a guy like a William McClintock in this game. Likes the power hit. He's not in the squad at the moment. Let's get Kate with 9 balls to go here. Needs to get going. Can he find the boundary? Moving around in the crease, it's up in the air. Man coming round is McNally. And McNally takes the catch. He's been good with the bat and in the field. And McNally, comfortable catch there as he gets round, gets Gareth Delaney out of the way, takes it in front of his eyes. And that's another wicket for the Reds, but another dot ball.
Well, that was a lesson for any young cricketers watching. McNally got his feet set, kept his eye on the ball, hands out in front. Textbook catch.
Not only that, as I say, he got Delaney. He right out of the way. Delaney just made sure he wasn't coming anywhere near him. As you say, textbook there, right in front of his eyes. Reverse cup, comfortable.
Another batsman has departed with a strike rate of less than 100. And the Warriors now, well, it's going to take some very big hitting from here on in. And one suspects that the final over probably be bowled by Curtis Camphor. Bowled the first one so well.
Just getting down to that one, will just be 1. Cameron Melly. just in today for his first game of this festival. He's only going to get an over and a half. But it's going to be a very important over and a half for his side. 27 still needed. That's really got to go. It's in the air. McNally under it again. McNally does the business yet again. Safe as houses, John McNally. Down he goes. And it's fair to say that may be a clinching catch.
Well, such is the nature of these 5-over games. Josh Manley has now taken as many wickets in this 5-over bash than he had in the previous 2 games.
Yeah.
Make him feel a bit better about his trip to Dublin.
4 overs gone. Just 1 more over left. It is going to be Curtis Camphor. And it's a big ask now for the Warriors. Donny tried his best there, but with those 2 sixes, trying to keep his team in it, but
27 off the last over.
Yeah, the only thing that will really keep it going here really is extras. You know, it's going to have to be a 5 wides again or something like that. That's going to keep the Warriors in this surely.
And you see Manley 3 for 12.
Terrific figures today, not so much in the last 2 days, but here comes Camphor. It could be a nick. I think it is a nick.
Team hat-trick.
Team hat-trick indeed. That's gone. Cameron Millie departs. No real fault of his at all. He's going to have to come in and swing the bat. He's gone.
It's a hiding to nothing, isn't it?
Well, it's just one of those games where it's just throw the bat at everything, and if you come off, good luck to you, but that can happen just as easily. Next through to the keeper, PJ Moore does the rest. Camphor has a wicket, and Graham Hume comes out in what is now a foregone conclusion. It's Kane Hilton at the non-striker. There's a couple of wickets, obviously 2 new batters in as well. We've mentioned that a few players have been able to go from ball 1, but it's really difficult to try and clear the boundary from ball 1. Graham Hume will be doing his best though. There, he's got a nick on that. Carry over Josh Manley. Short third man. He'll go for 4. But those 4s are not enough for the Warriors. Gonna need 6s to try and stay in this game. We did see Margaret there hit 4 in a row yesterday. Can his international teammate Graham Hume do the same? Not to be. Into the covers. Single taken. Just with the 3 deliveries left now. Kane Hilton facing up. The Reds are almost there.
Well, 22 off 3. They definitely need some extras. Woe-betide Curtis Camphor overstepping at this stage. They just want to shut the door on the Warriors now. They've got them needing 7 a ball. Just up and down.
Could be caught as well, and is. Another good catch in the outfield. Another wicket has gone. Kane Hilton again, falling on his sword a little bit, has to go after it. Delaney again, a good catch yesterday. Does so again today, and if we had another couple of balls here, Craig, I'm sorry to say we could have been bowled out. 6 down now. 36 for 6. Game's
Camphor,
up.
Camphor also picking up 3 wickets in this 5-over game. And the Munster Reds will be delighted. You can see there's a bit of energy in the field. You know, they know that they have this game under control. And I think there's been a bit of scoreboard pressure on the Northwest. They really have felt like they've come out and had to hit from the first ball, whereas when the Reds were out there, they didn't know what a good score was going to be. They wanted more than 10 and over. They got more than 11 and over, and it worked out well for them. But I just feel the Northwest batsmen have come out with a mindset of this first ball's got to go for 6.
Yeah, when a few dot balls come in those first 2 overs of the power play, and the field can spread. Let's see the last rates here. Camphor, that could be another wicket. Would you believe it? It is 3 in the over for Curtis Camphor. Another catch for John McNally.
And a chance of another hat-trick.
Yeah, he's got 3. And that's just mistimed. Again, we're not going to have any go at the batsman here. Just what you got to do. But wickets tumbling here. 36 for 7. And I can safe to say that Ram Macbeth wouldn't have had any thoughts about getting his pads on here. Might have been a bit of a scurry round the tent. Can we get a hat trick here? Curtis Camphor, 2 and 2. So if you're Ram Macbeth, what do you do here?
Protect your average. Play down. Forward defensive, just play it back to the bowler.
Forward defensive, I would say I just...
Well, net run rate does well.
Here we go. Here's Camphor for the hat trick. Oh, would you believe it? Curtis.
This time it's keeper stopping it, stopping the 5 wides. That may have given a bit more hope to the Warriors. But as it is at the moment, they're still 21 away from victory.
He'll be sore at that. Wanted to keep that right on the stumps. Anyway, here we go again. Down goes Macbeth. Misses the ball. Well taken from PJ Moore. That closes it out. And the Munster Reds have been successful. They break their duck for the festival. May not have been in the manner that they wanted to. They wanted to play a full game. I'm sure both teams did. But we were down to a 5-over bash. And it's the Reds who have set the total. And they have won this game comfortably by 20 runs. And they, as I say, gain the points and bank those for the future games in this series. John McNally right on screen there. He'll be pleased. Didn't get involved with the bat or the ball, but took 3 catches in the field. And the Reds, you can see a few high fives out there. They'll be well happy with that performance. And the Warriors, well, nothing really to look at and analyse in that game.
You write that one off and just move on to the next game, I think. I did like the way PJ Moore led his side there, changing the side was changed, and then Tyrone Kane came out. That's 6 off his first ball, made that a worthwhile selection. But especially the bravery, I would say, to bring Ben White on, and it actually worked out so well for the Reds. He was tight, he had a good line and length, and he certainly made it so difficult for the Warriors to even get going. They would have seen a spinner and thought, oh, we can get after him, and they couldn't.
Yeah, win for the Reds. There we see if we go back to the card for the Warriors.
Well,
you know, just nothing really coming there. Jared Wilson got out second ball, and that was the start of it. Then it's just a bit of a capitulation from there. Again, no real fault of the batters in that they have to go after it. Single figure scores all the way down, apart from Dohney, who just tried to keep his team in it. A couple of 6s, but they just kept falling. And if you look at the partnerships, it won't really be a great deal there, you know, because 7 wickets down within 5 overs, lots of single figure scores, and really the Warriors just couldn't get going at any stage during that game. There we see the partnerships. It'll make sorry reading, a couple of double figures, but once you got past that 3rd wicket, 1-0-5-0-1, 7 wickets in 5 overs, and the Warriors' difficult, let's say, festival comes to an end with another loss.
Well, yeah, it has been tough for them here at Sydney Braid this week. And it's such a shame that this game was truncated. Now, not much of a card. Obviously, just the 3 bowlers used. Kempfer bowling the first and the last, and he picks up 4 for 15. Manley, 3 for 12. But for me, the brave move from PJ Moore was to go with Ben White. He only went for 9 when they were looking for, well, more than 12s. And that, to me, made the difference. It just put so much pressure on the back of the order that wickets just tumbled. And you see that, this 5-over truncated game due to the weather this morning. Munster Reds 57 for 3. And in reply, well, the Warriors never really got going. And some tight bowling and some fine catching. John McNally with 3 catches, and there were others out there as well. The catch by Kruger in front of the clubhouse. Super performance in the field by the Reds, well led by PJ Moore. And they restricted the Warriors to just 37 for 7. So in 10 overs, we saw 10 wickets and 94 runs. That's what I call entertaining anyway.
Absolutely. It's a win for the Reds. They take the points away with them, and the Warriors will have a few wins to lick. But that's not all for us today. We have the top of the table clash coming up today at around 3:45. It's the unbeaten Lightning versus the unbeaten Knights. Should be an absolute cracker. If you can get down to Pembroke, why not come down on this Friday afternoon? If you can't, it'd be great if you'd come along and join us here at around 3:45. I'd love to hear from you there. Okay, we'll see you then at 3:45. Goodbye for now.